It's setting up. And I'm gonna refer to you as NK Rose. And then just introduce you to everyone. Okay, it's setting up. Let me make sure I turn my volume off on my phone. There we go. All right. I think it has, okay, so it's 5 o'clock. I'm over here on it. And what else am I supposed to do? Let me see, do I push play? Setting up. There it is. I can. And I'm gonna refer to you as NK Rose. Uh-oh, cut that off. I'll cut that off. Well, that is what I'm referring. Okay, everybody, listen, you could tell it started recording before it was actually set up. Now, are you seeing live? Are you seeing it live?
Yeah, I'm seeing the live chat. It says like 7 people are in it. And other than myself, 2 other people had said hi.
All right, excellent, excellent. So I've got a delay. Here it is. All right, everybody. But I'm getting an echo. Do you hear that echo?
Yeah, I think it's not coming on your end.
It is. Let me see.
Maybe do you have your phone on or?
There we go. But now we can't hear. Can you hear through?
I can hear.
You can hear me, but
Mhm.
I don't think they can hear me on Zoom.
Oh,
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear us on Zoom? Can you hear me? We've got LaShunta, because I need to be able to hear on Zoom. Hello, I don't think they can hear me. Let me unmute Zoom. I'm getting an echo. Testing 1, 2, 3 on Zoom.
yeah, I think it's not coming on your end.
Okay.
Oh, now you're muted. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, I still can't hear you. I think you just muted yourself, but I'm not sure what you changed, but I heard you before, but now you're muted. I still can't hear you anymore.
Now I'm muted here.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Now you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, and I don't hear an echo.
I still can't hear you. I think you just muted yourself, but I'm not sure what you changed, but I heard you. Oh, okay, I can hear you now. Just like the delay. You're muted.
Okay, all right. Now you can hear me, NK Rose. Everybody on YouTube land, can you hear me on YouTube?
I still can't hear you
live? Can you type in the chat? YouTube. Can you hear me on YouTube? Okay, good. Hear you on YouTube. I can hear you. Okay, we fixed it, or it fixed itself. We can hear each other, NK Rose, and they can hear.
Okay, I can hear you now.
But you know what?
Can hear me.
I think I'm still getting an echo.
Yes, I can.
But maybe we ignore the echo. Yeah,
There's a delay. I can hear you now.
there's a delay.
All right, now you can hear me in K Rose. Everybody on YouTube land, can you
So-
hear me on YouTube live?
So we're gonna have a hard time, but we'll power
Type in
through
the
this
chat,
NK. You know what?
Can
Let me
you hear
turn down
on YouTube.
my volume.
Okay, good. Hear you on YouTube. I can hear you. Okay, we fixed it. Or it fixed itself. We can hear each other in K.
Okay, so now I've turned my volume down. They should still be able to hear me on YouTube. Okay, so, and you can hear me, so we won't deal with the delay. We will talk and keep going as if there is no delay. Those comment corner, if somehow now you can't hear because I have turned down so we don't get an echo. Sounds good on YouTube. Excellent. Okay, so let's get this party started. Took a little wrapping around. I don't go YouTube live often. As a matter of fact, NK Rose was on my first go live with YouTube 2 years ago, and things are just a little bit different. I don't hear an echo on YouTube. Okay, things are a little bit different than it was before. So now, NK Rose, tell me about your General Hospital journey. When did you start watching General Hospital? How long ago?
Oh gosh, I think it was back in 2003. I used to watch with my aunt from Jamaica. She would she was the one that got me onto it. So like when she was babysitting us and watching us while our parents were working long hours, I started watching General Hospital back then. My first episode was Courtney and Jason kissing in the rain. Like I think she was still married to AJ or getting separated from AJ. And I just like the story and the romance. And I know a lot of people are just Sam fans or Liz and Jason fans, but I started off as a Courtney and Jason Journey fan. I also loved her friendship with Carly in the beginning. Like, Carly didn't have like a lot of girlfriends. So it was nice to see her with like a built-in girlfriend, like someone she's not well, she was somewhat jealous of her relationship with Jason, but not too much. It was like a nice for a while. It wasn't like that trifecta. I kind of started off with them being this quadrangle sort of family right there, like a little this double duo with Jason and Courtney, with Sunny and Carly. So seeing that bond between the four of them, it was really fun.
I liked that about Courtney too. She was one of Carly's first girlfriends. And I think Carly liked it because Carly chose Sunny over Jason. But yet she wanted Jason to be with somebody, but somebody close to her. So she could still have tabs in their relationship and still kind of be on the know with what's going on, with Jason. And she felt Courtney was that good because Courtney was very mild mannered, I think.
Oh yeah, I also loved I felt like out of all his relationships, she brought out a lighter side to him because they were very jokey, and she always had they were always laughing together. So I don't think I mean, as much as I like the Jasam relationship, or even him with I think Bree. I think she's the most recent person that brought it out of him again recently, with the lighter side of Jason, more jokey side, more humorous side. But I didn't feel like that. The Jasam relationship is more intense because they're always going through some type of danger or something because of her background. But with Courtney, I felt like she brought out a lighter side of him that you don't see too often. So that's what I kind of missed with their relationship. Sometimes I wish she was still alive, probably trapped on Caroline Island somewhere. I was
surprised when they killed her off. I mean,
that
was Sunny's sister. And for her to die right after she had Spencer, that came completely like from left field, completely from left field. So now Comic Cornerland on YouTube. What was your favorite? Okay, since we were with Courtney and Jason, let's stick with them. Who do you think your favorite Courtney match was? And who do Courtney lost her baby? Courtney lost her baby with Jax. That's right. She had Nicholas's baby because she had an affair while she was with Jax. That's how Spencer came about. And Jax was trying to claim, with the help of Carly, trying to claim Spencer as his own. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Thank you so much, LaShunta.
I don't blame Carly too much though, because here's the thing. I think people forget this. Carly didn't know that he was lying in the beginning, so she just kind of fell in love with the kid. And then I think she just kind of like, because she's like a ride or die chick, so she kind of just kept going with the lie afterwards. But in the beginning, she didn't know. I think people forget that. Like, she wasn't trying to steal Spencer. Like, she had no idea.
Well, because bottom line, Courtney was already dead.
Yeah, yeah. So she didn't know.
Courtney could not. Yeah, she could.
Yeah, so she didn't know that.
Confirm or deny.
Yeah.
What I want to do right now, I'm going to just run down the list on who's on YouTube. Who's on YouTube? I want to say hello to Anita. Although Anita, I thought you were supposed to be here. We have hello, Lucy. We have Linnell. We have Angel, LaShunta, Latrice. We have Sandy. We have DL, Hudson. We have Claire. And we have Caleb. A little bit later, NK Rose, I'm going to have you kind of go through the list as people are chiming in. But who was your favorite pairing with Courtney? Was it Jax and Courtney? Was it Nicholas and Courtney? Was it Jason and Courtney? So YouTube, what was your favorite Courtney pairing? And we'll come back to as some of the answers pop up. Maybe NK Rose, can you see the chat?
Last thing I'm seeing, it hasn't updated yet on my end. Like, I'm still seeing. Last thing I think is, like Ryan said, I can hear you on the.
Okay, yes. So we'll
updated on your end.
I'll read it because we're good right now. We got a smooth thing going. So we'll leave that smooth thing going right on. What I also wanted to talk about in the future, what storylines do you want to see? Who do you want them to bring back in General Hospital? Who don't you want them to kill off in General Hospital? What stories would you like to see developed with General Hospital?
That's a tough one because they I feel like with the new writers, the show has been a little bit more exciting. Like, there's like more twists and turns, but they still have like a execution problem, and they also have a villain problem where they keep going too far with the villains, so they always end up having to kill them, versus, let's say this person exit screens left and they come back a couple months down the road, or a year or a few years down the road. For instance, I feel like I would not have killed off Jagger. I would have had him go to prison instead. I thought that would have been a more interesting storyline, to see him go to jail for going too far. Like, if they had literally waited, if Sonny had waited one day, Jagger would be in jail, and you would see that play out. And I mean, yeah, so that I would not have killed him off. So that's one storyline. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why they keep doing that with their villains, where they push them too far, that there's like nothing redeemable about them or fun about them anymore, or interesting about them. Because, like, as much as I thought the character was so, but he did bring up some type of moral quandaries to the story. For instance, like, with Anna being the new police commissioner, she can't just, sit on her laurels anymore and be like, oh, me and you are best friends. She has to, like, eventually I like how he questioned her moral integrity as a police officer, or as a top cop in Port Charles. So that was interesting. And then
him questioning Anna.
Yeah, but like, he's always like kind of pushing her buttons. Like, yes, I did like the friendship that she had, but at the same time, she also can't always turn a blind eye because sometimes when Sunny was like mentally deteriorating, she couldn't because he went too far in some aspects. But I always find it strange that she didn't change course after finding out that he not only was his drugs messed with, but that it was also Valentine that did it,
Oh,
which is why he was acting that way. I don't know why they still have her being so gung ho against Sunny when like he would not normally have acted like that.
yeah. You want look? We'll talk about Anna because I'm really unhappy with the course that they've put Anna on. 100%. Let's get to some quick comments. Latrice is talking about, yes, Courtney was Spencer's mother, which we know. She and Sunny share the same father. DL says the show needs a soft reboot, not too drastic, but lose a few characters, tighten up the show a bit with a fresh makeover. The Aussie soaps here, oh, you're not, oh, here, do that and it's successful. You know what? Who would you like to see them lose, DL? I would love to. Who do you want to go? And then everybody else in a comment corner land, who do you want to see go and who do you want to come back? Lucy says Valentine Cassadine and Charlotte need to return, but how would Valentine get out of trouble?
I don't know about Valentine because he has too much, but I feel like Charlotte should return. She has so much family. I'm surprised they didn't try to keep her because I would have liked to have seen her relationship play out with Elizabeth's son. I would have wanted more of that. But then I guess the actor left. I can't blame him because they're not utilizing their young actors that much. I'm not sure if it's a budget thing. But then again, I feel like I'm not sure if it's a budget thing, but if it's not a budget thing, yeah, then I think it's because like they can't sit around waiting all the time for them to like, come back for a storyline. So I'm not surprised that he left. He was a great actor. And I'm sure he's going on to better things like Nicholas Chavez. I just started watching Monster and I saw a trailer for him for another Ryan Murphy show. So like as much as I would love to see Nicholas Chavez and Spencer back, maybe a recast Spencer, or maybe they bring back Spencer long enough, like, hey, I have mental issues because of the drugs from Nell. Not Nell, what was his girlfriend's name? Esme. The drugs from Esme. I want to work on my mental health. I can't give away a closure for Trina while he's away in a mental institution or something. I don't know, but like, I'm just really happy that Stella managed to convince Trina to go back to school and do something other than just at the gallery.
Now, I love Nicholas Chavez. He's too good for General Hospital, 100%. He's the caliber of actor he is, but the character of Spencer needs to be recast. Spencer is a staple. He's been on the character of little Spencer growing up. They need to bring him back and recast him. 100%.
Yeah, they need to do a lot with these younger actors because I remember one of the things that I had fun with is that during the summertime, it was the younger actors that would take over during the summer, and the older actors would go on vacation, and they gave them more stuff like Lulu and Spinelli and Maxie.
And even Georgie when she was alive.
Yeah, Georgie. That's another character I hated that they killed her because I thought they finally put her and Spinelli together, and they were like, it was fireworks to me to see them. I'm a little bit of a geek myself, so to see the geeky girl get the guy.
Was she with Spinelli or was she with Dylan?
Well, after she broke up with Dylan, she realized that she was in love with Spinelli, and they had plans to go on a date and everything, and then she got killed right before they were like ready to become a couple.
Okay,
and that's how he ended up. Him and Maxie were mourning together, and that's how him and Maxie ended up being together. Because before, him and Maxie couldn't even stand each other because they were like so opposites in terms of cliques and groups.
Yeah. Let's go back to YouTube comment corner. We have Dawn says she's sick of Anna. Me too. Lashunta says Robert better not say anything about Sunny to Diane because Holly's a con, and guess what? The con is getting ready to come back, and Robert's gonna break every kind of law he can for his Holly. Let's see. LaShunta says Natalia. She wants to see her go. Me too. To me, that's useless. We have so many quality characters already on the show that they are not utilizing. Why the Natalia story? But I kind of think we're getting ready to get some villainous. Something's coming. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of her character, to be honest. I'm like, I was just happy to see Blaze go be there. So like I thought it was strange that they're like she went from, you know, being anti-LGBT to like working in a cosmetics company that's like very LGBT friendly. And I have a sister that's part of the LGBT community, and I wouldn't blame her for not watching this show because like all the LGBT characters, when it comes to like relationships, they're poorly written. Like, where is Felix? If anything, I think he should be taking over Bobby's role. I think Bobby was like a surgical nurse, so I think that would have been interesting. Where is Carly's brother? They recasted the actor, and he was only there for like, I don't think, less than a month. So what's the point of even recasting him or even trying to create a new storyline? We hardly see the co-chief of staff. I'm like, I can't remember her name. Yeah, Terry hardly see her character. And every time she gets in a relationship, the guy goes off screen for whatever reason. Like, where is Yuri's there, but you don't see their relationship or see them go out or do anything.
They're afraid to touch
Brad. He's back at the lab. I think we only saw him in one episode, and it's been like, I don't know. I don't even know how long it's been, like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, we got Sandy. Sandy says Gio and Natalia. I'm with you on that, Sandy. Gio needs to go. I mean, cute young man, very handsome, but he's bringing nothing to General Hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
And if money is an issue, we need to get rid of him so they could pay for a Spencer replacement, because he is too young to play Spencer. Spencer is older than that. I mean, and he's too just, I don't want to say goofy because he's a very talented musician in real life, but he's not goofy. He's just too young to get into the stuff they would write for Trina and him.
Yeah, it's my problem. I feel like I'm not sure they're doing chemistry reads when they're or chemistry auditions when they cast. I used to work in casting before I went into journalism, so like I'm like, do they not do a chemistry test with those two, because they don't have chemistry. I could feel like, oh yeah, I feel like they're genuine friends, but not chemistry. If anything, I feel more chemistry between him and Jocelyn when they're together, or maybe it's just because they have more scenes together, but like I don't feel any chemistry
But
between.
to me, it's little brother, big sister with him and Jocelyn. That's the kind of chemistry I see. I don't see any other kind of chemistry with
Either way, I feel like they should have put more effort into like finding someone like where you see Trina sort of like still mourning, but then also interested and like feeling possibly guilty about feeling something for another guy.
He has to be a bad boy.
More to do.
He would have to have been a bad boy. That's why Trina wasn't head over heels in love with Rory, the cop. He was too much of a good boy. Spencer gave that edge. Trina has to feel like she needs to be the one with the moral compass and kind of tame down the bad boy. That's Trina right there. Let's see, we've got Claire. Claire says, let Natalia go. Bring back Brenda for Sunny. I couldn't stand Brenda Barrett. I hated her character. Don says Portia, Trina, and Anna, all of them need to go. Yikes. LaShunta says Drew. Oh, Drew, I'm done with that. I'm done with Drew. LaShunta says Rick, Molly, and TJ. Yeah, but you know what?
TJ. I like TJ because like I like his stability as a character. I like him as a good guy. I think they should maybe make him and Michael friends, because Michael has no friends anymore since him and oh gosh, Chase stopped hanging out. It was just so crazy to me. Like, he's 30 something, no guy friends whatsoever. All of his friends are relatives or people that are paid to work for him, like, or his siblings. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. give him at least one person so I can bounce stuff off of. And it's, you know,
to me, Rick is a wasted character. We don't need Rick Lansing and his same old stuff. Now, Molly is fine, but they need to break her and TJ up. I don't like Molly and TJ together.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the chemistry between her and Dex. Maybe it's because I always felt like Dex was a little bit too old for too old for Jocelyn a bit, because like
I know Molly
Dex
is older than Josh.
Like she barely just graduated high school, but I feel like Dex and Molly are more age appropriate. They just I don't know. I'm liking the vibe so far. More maturity between those two.
And let me go back to comment corner. Goodness, you guys are doing some great comments. Thank you so much for chiming in here. LaShanta says get rid of Dex. PE says Christina should go. DL says Natalia, Gio, Portia, they need to go. No, reason why I say no, TJ needs to stay. This is General Hospital. We need doctors. So, I mean, we need doctors at General Hospital. So TJ should stay. We've got Don says, oh, and Fragile Christina. I know Christina needs to go too. Sandy says
Christina for one reason. I want to see John Cate's son, because like everybody forgets, John Cates had a son who's autistic, and one of his sons just popped up on the scene, and I don't know what he's gonna do, but that would be interesting. Like even a funeral or him becoming friends with someone in there. I forget his age though, so I'm not sure if he would be closer to the Jocelyn or
no.
He would be closer to Christina's age.
Be closer to Christina's age, because remember that was on the Port Charles spinoff where Jaggert was and all of that. That was years ago when he had that son. So even though we're talking not 20 years ago, Port Charles, but he would be older. He would be in an older group.
Yeah, so I would love to see that get acknowledged a little bit. And as far, I miss when they used to do like adventures. Like they always had like the train incident, the hotel fire, and things like that. And that led to people having to be in the hospital. So they kind of like found a way to like still have that mob frontline story, and then people end up in the hospital because of stuff where there was like a virus somewhere, and then people end up in the hospital.
That outlandish
for some reason, I'm not sure if it's like also a budget thing still, why they don't do that anymore. But I miss those adventures.
Now we have Donna. Donna says Drew Stocky needs to go. Absolutely. I'm so sick of what they've written for the character of Drew. Period. All along.
I feel like they were listening to Twitter. Like, oh, someone noticed like, oh, Drew and the actress that plays Willow seem to have chemistry, so let's write that storyline. And then I think someone was like shipping Anna and Jason because they were developing a friendship, and now they're putting that in. I feel like they're taking storylines from, I understand like it's for when people do that, it's fun online and stuff, but like when it plays out sometimes like, no, maybe you don't need to rip stuff off of Twitter and social media. Sometimes you need to like, actually take the time and whatever storyline you're working with, make sure it flows, make sure it makes sense. Like, I don't know how I feel about, Jason's first sweetheart. Well, not his first sweetheart, but his sweetheart as Jason Morgan. And then he's dating her mom or kissing her mom in that way.
What is that? Well, look, Jason ain't going to feel nothing about it. Watch, it's going to be Anna. Anna's going to be thinking more about that kiss than need to. Let's go back to comment corner because we got a lot of comments here on YouTube. Don says she's tired of Trina. She liked the original actress. Lucy says, agreed, Drew needs to relocate to Washington, D.C. LaShanta says Portia can go. Claire says, agreed, Spencer should be recast. Absolutely 100% hands down. And let Spencer be Spencer and let him go to the darker Cassadine side. Put him back on Spoon Island. Let whatever happened to him kind of change that personality into more of a darker Cassadine. Not the kind of want to blow up the world, but a darker, ruthless Cassadine. And I would like to see that. We have Oh, Jenna says Willow and Drew need to go. Maria says bring back Alcazar. I've always liked the actor that played Alcazar. Oh my goodness, great Maria. Lucy says Damian Spinelli needs to have more scenes. Yes, he does. Because I like Spinelli. Ava says James has been having good scenes, excellent scenes with Ned. Yeah, but you know what? That's why do they have these little kids in such whatever? We ain't getting into that. And then Angel says, I agree, bring Spencer back. We've got Don says, is it just me or does Maxie's daughter Georgie look like look like her sister Georgie? You know what? I always thought that is that the actress's daughter or younger sister? Because she does look like the actress that played Georgie. So is it a younger sister? Could be. You know how families are. DL says controversial comment. Comment here. But I do miss Bob Gaza writing on General Hospital. I don't know how that's controversial. Most of us don't know who the writers are. So, okay.
I guess that's the
Huh?
one person who was, I guess that's before Frank McClinty. Is that it? I'm not sure. Was it the one from the 2000s? I'm not 100% sure.
Come back in and answer that, DL. Jenna says Natalia needs to go. TC Traveler says get rid of Drew, Dex, Geo. Bring back Spencer and bad Esme. I don't want to see. Yeah, Esme. I'm thinking of Nell. I don't want to see Nell again, but bring Esme back for some more terror. Don says yes, we need Felix back. I know. Goodness. Let me scroll down. Great chiming in, everybody. Question Jason and Anna. That's a question. Claire says, I think Trina and TJ are cousins. Yes, they are. And Karen says Brooklyn is Gio's birth mother and Dante is his father. According to, I guess there's somebody else from Soap Dirt. I could see them going with something. I just didn't quite know what it was. And then PE says, I wish they would stop dropping storylines. Yes, they did. Who killed Gatlin Holt? That's what I want to know. Who did kill him?
I don't know. I was thinking like maybe Ava's sister or something, but they never followed up with what happened with Ava. They just killed her off screen. And I'm like, she would have been perfect because there was a whole storyline with with Brennan and them where they were like the boss is female and for some reason I'm guessing they forgot that the boss was supposed to be female or something. I don't know. She would have been perfect person. Like she escaped from prison and she's running this mob or something. I don't know how they managed to drop that. I feel like I'm not sure if it was like the writer's strike, but they were still working with soap operas. So I'm not sure what it is, or if it's because they changed writers, but they have a tendency to like come up with these year-long storylines, and it doesn't seem like they should think about what the ending should be and then finish the story. Like have an ending in mind, and then because it seems like they just write these open-ended stories and they don't think about how different characters that they have are going to play into it, and then they just conclude. It starts off exciting and then it starts to wane and then it just ends with it is not a satisfying ending.
Well, case in point, who put the gun in Ava's apartment, which scared the heck out of her? Who was sending her those notes saying thank you? I mean, they dropped all of that, and I honestly don't know why. Now we have DL. He did answer your question. DL said, Frank, it's 2000 to 2007. Was writing, then Frank was writing, the PC fire, the train crash, the hostage situation, the virus outbreak, that was all Frank. Well, yeah, they need to tap into Frank. They definitely need to do that. And then let's see, we're going down. I love scenes at Windermere Castle. I know, but they need to put a worthy enough family there in Windermere, which it's Spencer. You know, it is 100% Spencer.
Oh yeah, and who bought Windermere? I never addressed that. Who bought Windermere? Why? Was it Valentine? Was it someone else? Is Valentine hiding there and no one's thinking, oh, because that would be a perfect place to hide. Just like he's still in Port Charles and he knows what's going on, but he's just no one's going there for no reason.
Look, but Ava could sure remember they were just gonna take the pharmacist and Scott was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
go there
what
just
happened
with
to
him.
Scott Baldwin? Did
She
he get
wouldn't have.
kidnapped, or did they write him off the show? I don't know, but I feel like the writers seem to hate that character for some reason because the actor never seems like he wants to go, so it seems like they're writing him off. And I'm like, why though? Like there's so many ways you can utilize his character. Like, why isn't he with Lucy? Why isn't he representing oh gosh, crazy Heather Weber?
Another one. What do you think's gonna happen? And I want all of you in comment corner land. What do you think's gonna happen with Heather Weber? How long do you think when she gets out she's gonna stay good? How long do you think that's gonna happen? What's your take on that, NK Rose?
You know what? I think it would be interesting that they brought back Esme, and then she secretly tries to see Heather whenever. I'm pretty sure they're taking Heather out, even though I think it's just. I think they should never have chose her as the serial killer, but that's the story they're going with. That's the story they're going with. But I think she's gonna be let out because they're eventually gonna find out what Portia did, and I think I could see Esme coming back and trying to poison her again because she doesn't like the sane version of Heather. Like she's 3 sheets to the wind, and to have a sane version of Heather would like disturb her, and she'd probably do something to Heather, to her own mother. I could see that happening for sure.
That's true because if she did come back, Heather is changing, and Heather was the one telling Laura, "You better find my daughter because she belong in prison here with me." She gonna wreak some havoc, y'all. She's gonna wreak havoc. And then let's see. Medora says, please video. I don't know what you mean by video. This will be on YouTube to watch again. Although everybody look, with technical difficulties, you got to fast forward like 8 minutes.
Oh, how do you feel about the Steve and Lars mention?
Oh, I don't know. They're going to write him in. They're going to write him back.
I just want to see him just to bring story for Olivia because she was dating him before he went to prison. So I wonder how that would be with that dynamic with her and Ned, especially since they just now like started to get back together. But I think it would be interesting, especially after the whole cheating thing with Alexis. Like, what if she was the one to like dip out on the relationship with Ned becoming a EOQ all over again?
That's interesting. Now, look, Claire in comment corner YouTube says the actor that plays Scotty had surgery in real life. He'll be written off for a while. So you could tell something happened. Boom. Yeah. Because like when he really broke his foot or something and he had to be gone for a while. So, look, when we get older, stuff happens, right? What was I going to say? Scotty. Okay, Sandy says Heather is going to pick up where she left off. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Heather's playing the long game. Oh, and then Medora says, oh, she likes the video, thumbs up. Oh, okay, thank you. And then Annette says, beautiful ladies, the whole Lucky drama was uncalled for. Michael and Maxie, just wait. Oh, Michael and Maxie will not get together. Absolutely not. No.
I will say that I think they do have chemistry, but I feel like they run in such different circles that I don't see that meshing. And I think Michael has too much respect for Spinelli. Like I said, he's friends with all his people that are employed for him. I don't see him doing that. He's super loyal. So I don't see him ever stepping out with Maxie. But I could see them having a friendship because I think people forget like when he was going to like birthing classes, sometimes he would end up with Maxie for some reason. And I think she's only a smidgen older than him or so, or at least whatever age they have him as right now. But I could see him having like a friendship with her, like at least a business friendship even. Like you don't see them often, but when they do pair together, they always have great conversations. And even just seeing them talking about how I thought it was fascinating just seeing them talk about how they're like business people and how they have that work-life balance issue. So yeah, that would be interesting to see that because you always see Maxie working nonstop. Mm-hmm. I don't know how she has the time to do it, and she's like doing random weddings. I think she should have like an actual side hustle as a wedding planner, because God knows how many times deception gets into a trouble for whatever reason.
That's true. Now, who do you feel is going to, let me think of what character am I thinking of? What do you think about Carly and Brennan?
I like them. I really like the fireworks. I'm very curious about Brennan because, like, on the one hand, you can tell he really likes her, but then you always have these side characters like Robert talking about, oh, he's way more dangerous than he appears to be, or he always has an agenda. I honestly think he doesn't have an agenda when it comes to Carly, but he is still a spy. If he finds out information about Sunny or whoever, it's going to be interesting how he plans on utilizing it. I think he could see, maybe he wants to blackmail Jason into working at the WSB, because Jason would be a really great asset as a WSB agent. Like, he's like the perfect person if he ever decides to, like, not work for Sunny again. But I don't see that happening in the near future with the way they're writing him. It doesn't seem like he's even trying to question whether he should. I really love to see a storyline where he questioned it a bit. Like, should he even come back working for Sunny? And I'm very curious about what's going to happen if I would prefer for them not to kill Sam, like maybe have her missing, presumed dead. But if they do kill her off, he's going to become the sole parent of Danny. So he's going to have to step up as a father. So that would be interesting to see with Jason. But going back to Brennan, I guess my main thing is to see what he was going to do, how he's going to handle the whole Sunny situation. Because, like, he's technically law enforcement and Sunny's a criminal, so like there's going to be some type of clash there. So, like, seeing, does he love Carly enough that he won't go after Sunny if something comes up, or will he go after Sunny just to solidify his relationship with Carly and have her be his?
Let's not forget, Brennan was head of pikemen. See, yeah, he's law enforcement now, allegedly, but he was loving living on the dark side there. They were plotting to have Sunny eliminated. So we'll see which way they decide to have Brennan twist and turn with this. But now, before we go, because it's we got another 10 minutes. But listen, how do y'all feel? What do you think Michael's going to do when he finds out about Willow and Drew? What do you think, NK Rose?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think he's definitely going to try to blame Drew 100% about what went down. Like, Drew tries, because especially after that conversation he had with Ned, I think he's going to feel like Drew intentionally pursued her, probably destroy his campaign, maybe without involving Willow, but trying to wait to like destroy the campaign. Or maybe Ned might be the one to do something, but I don't know. I don't know how Michael's going to react, because he's such an interesting character in the sense that he could be ruthless one minute, or it could be very level-headed another minute. So it's hard to gauge his reaction. Maybe he might beat him up, or might try to have him killed, or maybe he might just try to like take over his business and his share in ELQ. Because like there's that dangerous side of Michael, and then there's that ruthless business side of Michael. So it's like, which one are you going to get? You never know with Michael sometimes.
I want him I want to know what's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, that he takes over Sunny's business. Because bottom line, Michael makes the best mob boss there is. And if Maurice truly wants to retire from acting, there needs to be a catastrophic event to make Michael turn to that. Because one thing he told Maxie, this one statement, he said, without Willow and my kids and our family, I don't know what I'd do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. His kids and Willow, him and the kids, they kind of make his character boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with their relationship is, well, actually two things. I think they realize they kind of come off like the new Edward and Lila, but Edward and Lila was seniors, They don't show them doing too much fun things. Whenever they do plan on doing fun things, he always gets interrupted. And the other problem is that they never dated. They kind of just went straight into family mode. Like yes, there were a few moments where he seduced her, but he decided, okay, we're not gonna pretend anymore. We're gonna try to be real. But then they never dated. They kind of just jumped into a relationship. And the whole thing with Willow, whenever you ask her why does she love Michael, she's always talking about his family. Oh, he has this big family, and I didn't have a family. And that's not a good enough reason to be married to someone. And now that she found out that Nina's her mom, she has an aunt, she has all this whole other side of this family to her. She doesn't need that from Michael anymore now that she has her own family. I mean, yes, they have the kids together, but she doesn't need to acquiesce or be completely involved in his family 100% now that she also has her own extended family. So like, what other thing does she love about Michael? Because right now it's like just the fact that they have kids and they're married. There's no spark in that relationship. You don't, you know.
That is so.
You always talk about trips they're going to go to, but you never see them go to Paris or anything. So yeah, like even when she was with Chase, you always saw them doing stuff together. When Michael was with Sasha, he was doing stuff together. You don't see them do that much stuff together as just a couple. There's always stuff with them surrounding the whole family. And then, with soaps, the whole point of soaps is supposed to be love in the afternoon. I feel like that's something that's also missing with GH. You're not seeing that as often anymore.
Now, Veronica says, oh, sorry, Pikeman, she thought it was Valentine. It was initially Brennan. Valentine was doing Brennan's bidding. It wasn't until Brennan got arrested that Valentine took over Pikeman. Brennan was always over Pikeman. And then we're getting, Donna says she thinks Michael will lean to the dark side. Let's see. Ned is definitely going to use this newfound info from James to get what he wants. He's going to blackmail Drew. And the funny thing is, what I believe, especially after this last time, that stalker creeper Drew went to that boathouse to, harass Willow. When she finally said, just stay away from me. Now watch, now's when he's going to go marry Nina. And Willow's going to be so hurt. He's going to marry Nina for the campaign, but he's really also doing it so to stick it to Willow to show, no, you really don't want me to stay away. That's going to be interesting.
I really wish Sasha would say something because she knows what happens on both ends. She knows that I'm pretty sure she told Nina that she was sleeping, or Nina told her that she was with Drew, or she saw them together. So I'm surprised she hadn't mentioned that to Willow to sort of like help her out of this crush that she has. I'm surprised Nina hasn't said anything, or actually, I'm not surprised Nina didn't say anything, but I think she should, just to like,
you know
really nip it in the bud.
If you're a friend, unfortunately, and KH is saying, hey, she loves KH. I don't know if it's guy or girl, loves the recaps. Thank you for Taya. Hopefully you're subscribed. But Sasha Nina's like a mother to her. I'm not going to betray my mother's confidence like that. And Willow is like a friend to her. Actually, if I had to pick who I'm going to tell, but Nina knows about her and Sasha have talked about her and Willow and Drew kissing. So that is all open. The only thing that's not open is Sasha and Willow full transparency about Nina and Drew. That's the only thing that hasn't happened. And I don't know, as a friend, could I be the one to do that telling? Nina should tell Willow. Why? Tell me, if everybody, why has Nina not mentioned me and Drew have gotten closer? That would be no skin. It should be no skin off of Willow's nose, period.
The only thing I can think of is the reason why the reason why Willow forgave Nina was because Drew pushed her into it, and he did that after he started sleeping with Nina. So that's the only thing I can think of, because then the whole reason for her forgiveness was because of Drew. So if Willow was to find out, I think that would definitely color her perspective. She'll probably end up hating Nina again, or not feeling, not wanting to be open with Nina again because of that. That's the only thing I can think of. Because she's gonna have to explain how she's been seeing Drew for quite some time.
True. She has kind of backed herself in that corner. Lashunta says, Nina told Maxie, not Sasha, that she was sleeping with Drew. So maybe she hasn't told Sasha everything, but Sasha knows Nina definitely has some feelings for Drew. And Don says, daily recap lady, I absolutely love your assessments of GH. You see things like I do. I run to YT looking to see the thing, looking to see things, no, looking to see you every day. What does YT mean? Oh, YouTube. You guys know I'm not good with those initials. YouTube. Look at listening to hear your recaps and opinions. Keep up the fabulous work. Thank you. I definitely will do that. And you know what, y'all, we're wrapping this up. We're getting to the top of the hour, so let's just take a few more because I know we had some technical difficulties. Veronica says Nina is trying to keep her relationship with Willow. Claire says Nina is selfish. She wants Drew to continue to have her relationship with Willow. She wants Drew and continue, there we go, to have a relationship with Drew. And then Annette says, who else wanted to scream when our little handsome James told Ned that child should get an award? He is good.
I completely forgot that he was listening. It was such a long time. I think it was like almost over a month when he discovered that. So like when they were talking, I was like, why are they bringing up the whole him almost drowning thing again? And I was like, oh yes, of course, he was in the boathouse eavesdropping about that. So I was like, oh okay. And then him not knowing what a kiss is or why Willow reacted to a kiss negatively and stuff like that. Completely forgot. They need to like pay off these storylines a little bit faster.
Exactly. And Lashunta says she likes my red. Why, thank you, Lashunta. Just spice that on up for special YouTube. Annette says Nina is singled. She can be with whomever she wants. Yes, she can, but she knows this man is sniffing up her daughter's skirt. So tell me about that. I mean, does that mean this is a man that I truly want to have around? Because hello, I wouldn't even want to have her or my own daughter over for dinner because I would feel this man would be after my daughter. I couldn't go into the kitchen to get us all extra helping of hash browns or mashed potatoes or whatever because he's going to make a play on my daughter. That is not the kind of man I would want to get into a relationship with. So
and the other thing about Drew that I find so weird, they still haven't addressed whether or not he has his old memories yet. Because they keep bringing up the fact that he used to be a Navy SEAL, but like, does he remember anything beyond his skills? Like, what memories does he have? And what was his life before Port Charles or before he got lost his memory? Like, what? Like, I would love for them to just clarify that just once, so we can get an idea of like who he is as a person.
I don't think he ever truly got his memories back because remember, Oscar's mother, what's her name? What was her name? Oscar's mother. What was Oscar's mother? His son.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, Oscar's mother had to tell him their history, and what they were to each other. And I don't believe he ever truly got those memories back because of the overwriting and the imprinting of Jason's memories.
Yeah, I know there was something with like tarot cards. I'm not sure if he ever saw the cards or not by accident, but like either way, I'm like, it would be nice if they finally just clarified that because like they keep talking about his past, but then they're not clear about like what part of his past does he, like just clarify it for once.
Well, listen, everybody, General Hospital is our favorite show. Unfortunately, look, the chat got clicked off of accidentally, so I can't get back to it now. But anyway, thank you everyone in comment corner. You were great with all your chatting back and forth. It's been 2 years since I've done this. I will try to do not make it 2 years. Maybe I'll do it next year. And listen, I want to have more people on the panel, but it is special to me that on my first one 2 years ago, NK Rose was definitely there. So that makes me very, very happy that she's still watching. I'm still doing this. General Hospital is a show that I'm going to watch until I can't watch anything else. That's just going to be, it's a part of me every day to kind of see what's happening in Port Charles land, even though I fast forward a whole lot of it. But it's there for me. How about you, NK Rose?
Same. I watch every episode, even though I like miss sometimes I go on vacation for a week overseas. I always have it recorded. Probably skip over just the commercials, but so far I love it still. Like even yes, it has some issues. Cast is a bit bloated, but I always enjoy seeing it after a long day of work and then just like turning on the TV and then watching our stories.
Exactly. You notice we didn't bring up Curtis because they really haven't written anything for the character of Curtis. Marshall, they don't even show anymore. So, I mean, there's so many things that they're letting just drop instead of saying, what story do we want to tell? Like you said, they're not starting with the end in mind. And if they started with the end in mind, they would do better. And if you have new writers, make sure they know the history of the characters that they're writing for, because that's what's missing.
Yeah, there's so many times where I feel like the characters' personalities just not all. I think Carly's like probably the most consistent character, no matter what writer. But like characters like Alexis, sometimes I don't know what she's thinking. Like she just got her law license back, and the next minute she's throwing a gun off the bridge. I don't know what that is. I don't know. And then characters like Sonny, he's back on his meds, but then he kills someone at the Quartermain mansion, of all places. If anything, I think he should. I don't know how I think they should have just let John Cates go to prison and Sonny just right off. I don't know, right off into the sunset, being happy about one less person to deal with. I don't know why they went that route.
I don't know why they went the route of having Christina lose her baby. We would have had more drama with the custody issues for years with that storyline.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is that they sensed that no one liked that storyline. That's the only thing I can tell. Maybe I think from another thing with like Twitter or social media, I think people sensed they didn't like it, but then they did this strange thing where they have Christina like calling herself the mom, and I think it's like very insulting and disrespectful to people who decide to go the IVF route. I mean, I'm not saying
the surrogate route.
Happen. Yeah, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. There's instances where surrogates probably become too close to the baby, and then they try to like take the baby, especially in cases where the baby might have disabilities and stuff, and the parents decide to probably terminate or something like that. In an instance like that, I've heard of, but like I don't know, I felt like the whole overall way that she's speaking, like calling the baby Adela, I think is just so disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful to people that go through have infertility issues and go through that. For her to like try to say that her feelings matter more because she carried the baby.
I do believe that first surrogate we're gonna see, because that baby should be born now. That baby actually should be a few months old.
Yeah.
There
was also, I always thought it would be interesting if they brought back Felix's sister. Like, what if she secretly had a child with TJ? I always thought she was an interesting character that they didn't play up with. Then the only way you could see her, of course, is if where's Felix? Another character. They just disappeared too many characters that would have been interesting for the show, or at least brought something in the background a bit. Like, it's just so weird that the only time you see him is only whenever they have the nurses' ball.
Yeah, That is true. Well, thank you so much, NK Rose, for being here. Thank you, Comment Corner. I will be back on Monday for my usual GH daily recaps, and I will see you all later. Everyone have a great evening.
Good night.